Court is back in session in cause number 331, 334. Case is filed, the state of Texas versus DeMarcus Aaron Tarver. DeMarcus Aaron Tarver is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Tarver, we're going to have to get a bailiff to come in and take your mic off of mute. You're going to have to get the bailiff to come in and take your mic off of mute. Knock on the door. Okay, there it is. Now, Mr. Tarver was previously sworn in, and the court was going over the information. Mr. Tarver, I have before me a document that is titled Information. This document alleges that on or about October 7th of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespassing. Mr. Tarver, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Tarver, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Tarver, I also have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. On page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials. The initials are DT. Mr. Tarver, did you place your initials on this document next to a box that's checked guilty?
Yes, sir.
And on the next page of the same document, Mr. Tarver, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Mr. Tarver, did you place your signature on this document?
Yes, I did.
On the next document, Mr. Tarver, this document is titled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. At the bottom of this document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant. Mr. Tarver, did you sign this document as well?
Yes, I did.
And at the top of this document, there are two boxes that are checked. The first box that's checked states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
The second box that's checked states that you're waiving your right to an appeal, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Now, and Mr. Tarver, did you sign a document out there on paper that is titled Discovery Certification?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Tarver, before you signed and initialed all of these documents that I have just mentioned to you, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, he did.
And did you read and understand everything that your attorney went over?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Any objections?
Objections.
No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Giles Cole, you've advised and counseled Mr. Tarver. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
And Mr. Tarver, your attorney, Mr. Cole, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Mr. Tarver, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. And I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that agreement?
It's 24 days county jail. Mr. Tarver has credit for 24 days time served. Court costs to be taxed and retired. And the state has also agreed to reject the December 26, 2021 criminal trespass that we've received but have not filed yet.
Okay, so you're gonna reject that one? Okay.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Tarver, The state is offering that you serve 24 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you would not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case because you've already served 24 days in jail. Therefore, you will be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case is $327, but you will not have to pay the $327 because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court cost will be taxed and retired. And the state will be dismissing, or they will reject the criminal trespass case dated December 26th of 2021. Mr. Tarver, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Tarver, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Tarver, we'll proceed to your next case. The next case is cause number 331460. And Mr. Tarver, I have before me an information in this case that alleges that on or about September 18th of 2021, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of indecent exposure. Mr. Tarver, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Well, I haven't really.
Yes, Mr. Tarver, if you don't, what I'll do is, before you could go into trying to talk to me, I'll give you opportunity to talk to your attorney because you have a right against self-incrimination. Anything that you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. So at this time, the court is going to be in recess to give you an opportunity to